What's up guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, thanks for clicking. I hope you stay for more travel vlogs. We are currently in Moscow. A long time coming. We've been super busy the last few months. We were renovating our house, but currently we are here in Moscow. We are at this hotel called, what's the hotel called? Gallery Voyage.
It's located nicely nearby the river, nearby metro. We're just in the center.
Awesome.
You can move anywhere.
Yeah, and we will be here in Moscow for 3 days, so we will show you guys some of the interesting places we always wanted to visit. Right now we are going south of Moscow, a place called Tsaritsina Palace. It's one of Ekaterina the Great's summer residential areas here in Moscow. We've been in Yekaterinski Dvorets in St. Petersburg more than 10 years ago, I think.
More.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Ekaterina was born in Stettin, modern-day Poland, in the Kingdom of Prussia. She was born Sophie, a princess who later married the Tsar at the age of 16. He was 17 years old. This was done to strengthen the relationship between Russia and Prussia. When she was 33, she took over as the Empress after the death of Peter III, only 6 months as a Tsar. Finally made it to Tsaritsino Park. Very huge space. So this whole palace was built in 1775. It was supposed to be for Ekaterina the Great, the then Empress of Russia. But this one was built as a summer residence, for the Queen. And apparently she didn't like it after it was completed. During that time, most palaces, all the palaces that were constructed here in Russia were done by architects from other countries. But this project was given to a Russian gentleman, a Russian architect, who happens to be a Freemason, So apparently there's a lot of Freemason symbols hidden in plain sight on this territory. Ekaterina wanted a sort of Moorish Gothic style, which was fashionable in the 18th century. If you know the Moor history, you will definitely understand what I'm talking about. Check it out. The beauty is really quite amazing, man.
We're at the big palace now, and you see the place looks amazing. It's taking me back to Ekaterina's time.
It is said that, although she was proficient in Russian language, she still spoke with an accent. Her reign lasted 34 years, and in 1796 she died from a stroke. Alright, we are at the Exhibition of Achievement of National Economy here in Moscow. It also used to be called the All-Russian Exhibition Center, built in the 1930s. It's awesome here, very beautiful, the architecture is top-notch. We'll go in right now, it's our first time, both of us. But since we are now in Russia, I think the vlog will continue in Russian language. The place is actually really nice. Like each country from the Soviet Union has its own sort of building where they used to display the agricultural products that they were doing in their country here in Moscow. It's really so big, we couldn't manage to see the whole place.
Yeah, every building architecture is designed by this culture which it's presenting.
Yeah, so there is Kazakhstan, there is Azerbaijan, Armenia, what else? Belarus.
Yeah, it's so far which we saw, because the place is so big we still need to go. But we are going to another place and we will try to show you.
So if you come to Moscow, don't forget to come to this place. It's called, in Russian language, it's called?
VDNH.
And it stands for?
Sorry.
Welcome to Red Square, one of the largest and oldest square in Moscow. One of the things that I enjoy that happens on the Red Square is Parad Победы, which happens on the 9th of May, which is Victory Day here in Russia. If you paid attention in your history class, you will know that the Red Army actually defeated the Nazis. And even after the Second World War, the Red Army, let me say the Soviet Union, still continued to support different countries gain independence, especially in Africa. So I have a lot of respect for these guys, but this is not a political vlog. If you're interested, you can check it out by yourself. Now behind me, that is Lenin's tomb. Lenin is the father of Leninism. You know, he was a Marxist, communist, is the first leader of communist Russia. His body has been on public display since his death in 1924. You can pay some fee and go inside and view his body, but we are not going to do that for today.
Russia is a multicultural country with different beliefs, but historically it has Christian Orthodox background. That's why most of the church which you will see here is an Orthodox church. Behind me is Kazan Cathedral. It was ordered by Prince Bazharsky from his personal funds after recovering Moscow from Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth in 1612. He attributed his success to divine intervention. The building behind me is the State Historical Museum. In Russian language, it's Государственный исторический музей. It was ordered by Tsar Peter the Great, and at that time it was used as a medicine store. St. Basil Cathedral. This picture is the most famous place in the Krasnaya Ploshchad. If you will think about Moscow, definitely this picture will come to your mind. It was built in 1555 after some 3 years of victory over the Khanate of the Kazan. It was named after St. Basil, who was buried nearby. This is GUM, главный универсальный магазин, the main universal store. During the Soviet time, it was called Государственный, which is State Universal Store.
Still GUM.
Still GUM. Now it's privately owned. It's selling common, expensive brands.
Legend has it that 95% of people that walk around GUM are actually not shopping.
Have you?
They're like us, keeping their noses in other people's business. As we were taking a walk after exploring the Red Square and the areas around it, we heard music playing. A free concert at Park Zaryadye. Amazing Moscow indeed. We decided to enjoy the moment.
Режиссер придумала романтическую сцену прямо на ходу, чтобы атмосфера съемок их помирила. Так и вышло. На сцене Юлия Пересыль.
Что в зеркале нет отражения, и даже напротив не видно
We are going to Teletower now. It's 523 meters.
Okay, basically you can be able to see the whole of Moscow from that height. I believe it should be super beautiful.
Dear guests, before entering into the security checkpoint, please prepare your ID.
Astanina is a television and radio tower in Moscow, owned by the Russian TV and Radio Broadcasting Network. Built from 1963 and completed in 1967, it stands at the staggering height of 540 meters high. The tower also serves as Moscow's primary lightning rod, with up to 50 lightning strikes annually. But because of the protective measures, these strikes pose no harm. As of 2022, it is the tallest freestanding structure in Europe. And if you turn this lever clockwise, actually, there are pictures there how they build this tele tower, and it looks like it's, you know, vintage photography. Really awesome. Ooh, it was really deep work. Wow. There's also a restaurant within the tower called Seventh Sky that rotates, allowing people to enjoy a changing panoramic view from their window seats. However, the prices are considerably high, but we believe it's worth it. The place can also host business events, concerts, theatrical performances, and even festive events.
This is the whole of Moscow.
And the whole of Moscow is just behind, all around.
You can see it yourself. We are finally back. Our trip in Russia was amazing. The last time we were there was 5 years ago.
I first traveled to Russia many years ago. I was still a teenager, and fast forward a few years, I met Aliona, and it has been 13 years since we have been together, actually, and it has been a blessing.
We all have been in Moscow before, but it was the first time when we really toured and saw the city properly. I think we were walking 15 to 20 kilometers per day.
Yeah.
The city is so diverse. It shows you a different character every moment. Lots of activities everywhere. People seem busy and everybody in their own world. But there was still room, and every time we needed something, we were helped.
I never seem to get enough of the subway system in Russia, or the metro, they call it over there. Super clean, on time, no unnecessary advertisement. Obviously, there's a special operation going on in Ukraine conducted by Russia, and we were there when Prigozhin was marching to Moscow, attempting to take it over. But the whole time we were safe, we didn't experience any shootings or even had any bombings anywhere. We were safe, everything was just going accordingly.
We traveled to my home city to visit the parents, as the kids were already there.
Yep, but it seems like every time we travel to Russia, since we left Russia, it's always summer. I miss all the winter activities that I used to do when I was living there. I hope next time we travel to Russia, it will be winter.
Hopefully.
But anyways, Russia as always was just great. Moscow in particular was just amazing. So thank you for watching this video until this point. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Help us reach places, you know. So until next time, from myself, Joe Hain and
Aliona,
see you. Peace. Love you guys.
bye.